This weekend, Blanchet House will hold a brunch in an effort to raise money.
Money raised will go towards helping homeless, hungry, and isolated Portlanders. And joining us in studio with more is Executive Director with Blanchet House, Scott Kerman. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, tell us about the Lend a Helping Hand brunch.
Yeah, this is our annual event to celebrate our community and acknowledge the many volunteers and others who support our services, and also to raise money. For 71 years, we've been serving meals and providing transitional housing without the benefit of public assistance. We don't get any tax dollars or anything like that. It's all privately funded by good, generous people out there and businesses and groups who send us money and clothing and all sorts of things that we need to help people.
I mean, without the funding, from state levels or federal levels, obviously, these kinds of events are critical, a lifeline for you to keep operating.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can't do what we do without funding. Our budget is about $3 million a year. That's gone up quite considerably in the last 3 years as we've responded to this crisis on our streets and in our community.
Yeah, how in demand are your services right now? And I imagine there was a real pickup during the bad weather that we had last week.
Oh, the demand is extraordinary, and not just in the number of people who are coming to us for meals. We serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner Monday through Saturdays. But the demand for clothing and the demand for other supplies and resources, we've added health care and peer support to our services. And we've seen a real increase just in the last few months. And with SNAP benefits, the emergency SNAP benefits ending this month, and with fears about rent increases later this year, we're expecting there to be more demand for our services.
How long has Blanchet House been around?
71 years.
71 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay. 71 years in Old Town.
You bring up a really good point, which is, I mean, I had the weather in mind too. I was thinking about that, but with SNAP benefits, and again, as you mentioned, for those that, if you've joined us earlier tonight, we talked about how those benefits are ending. A lot of those benefits came around in pandemic time. So you have the pandemic, those conditions, you have the weather. I mean, you said you expect that demand to go up. Are you in a spot where you feel like you're prepared for that, or do you still need quite a bit of help to be able to prepare for the influx you expect?
Well, both. I mean, we feel prepared because we've always been there for 71 years, no matter the crisis. And that's because we do get a lot of help, and we do have a community that really responds to what we're doing. The weather is a factor. We serve a lot of people who are actually housed. We're not just serving unsheltered people, but we have people in low-income housing and other shelters who don't have access, or meals are hard for them to make because of their age or disability. So they come to us not just for food, but also community. There's a lot of community insecurity in our community. That is, people who live in poverty, whether they're sheltered or unsheltered, a lot of isolation and loneliness in their lives. And so we work hard to address that.
Yeah, that's something that we really don't think about. We think about the environmental conditions, the harsh conditions for people who live on the street, but there is a lot of isolation out there, and that contributes to mental health issues as well, right?
That's correct. Not just mental health issues, but the data shows that it can affect someone's physical health.
Yeah.
So profound feelings of isolation and loneliness can make you sick. Or if you're sick, it can make you sicker. I just saw a study the other day that said just eating meals with other people can lower heart disease. Imagine that.
Wow.
And that's for all of us, not just people who are living in poverty or living unsheltered. So providing a place where people can come and have a friendly meal with other people, with volunteers who get to know their name and can connect with us, that's really important for people.
Well, let's talk about that brunch event again. Let's bring it back to that. How can people get involved? Where can they find tickets and information for it?
Yeah, so the fantastic news for us is that the event at the Sentinel Hotel on Sunday morning has sold out. But we're also doing this virtually as well. This is our first in-person brunch since the pandemic. So we're very excited to come together. But for those of you who didn't get a ticket, you can go to our website at blanchethouse.org and get a free pass to enjoy the event Sunday morning in your pajamas with a cup of coffee and your own brunch.
That's great.
Sentinel Hotel used to be the old Governor Hotel.
Correct.
It is now called the Sentinel, right downtown. Good location, good venue.
It's fantastic. We're really excited about it. We're going to have probably about 350 to 375 people in attendance.
Wow.
And it's a real chance just, again, to gather as a community and really talk about the importance of community for the people that we're serving. It is an aspect. We think about food insecurity and housing insecurity, but this idea of community insecurity and providing people hope The fact that they can realize that there are people out there who care about them, that they're not worthless. They're worth something to our volunteers who show up every morning and every afternoon and every night to serve.
That's wonderful. Well, you do great work in the Blanchet house, as you said, for more than 7 decades. And the Sentinel is beautiful, but so is your own living room if you want to join virtually as well. So you're welcome to do it that way. Scott, it's been great to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And if you'd like to get virtual tickets to the brunch or simply donate to Blanchet House, we have links posted in the AM Extra section on coin.com. We've got all that information right there.